back to Studio 814. Time now for 814 Your Home. We are here with Adrienne of Branch and Bloom. Welcome back.
Thank you. I love coming to see you guys.
It's been a while.
Good to be back. It has been a while.
I can't believe it. It's so hot outside, but you're already thinking about fall.
I know. Some people are like, you're in fall mode already, but honestly, whenever I make a lot of these pieces, I have to start now. So if you are somebody that is in the mood for sweater weather, I have some ideas that you can decorate your home all on your own.
Hey, that's awesome. So you get all these materials, beautiful flower arrangements, you make wreaths.
Yes.
Just incredible work.
Mostly wreaths, about 70% wreaths, and then, you know, the rest floral boxes. I started doing these runners, and I think they're a really great idea to accent your home. You can do them kind of an everyday look or a seasonal look.
Yeah.
And this is one of my, I brought this one because it has so many colors that you can see how, if you are loving the summer colors and you're not really ready to transition, you can do, you know, some of those darker fall tones. But I wanted to show you, this is a little box. I actually have a local gal make all of my boxes, which is really cool. So she made this barnwood box, but you can grab any base that you want. And then I always say to grab 2 different kinds of greenery. It just adds a lot of texture.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of add that as a base. And
I
just find some wire cutters, you know. And then I always start by building just around the base. Now this is on a piece of floral foam.
Right.
One really nice thing is if you love the base that you're doing, you don't have to glue the base into the bottom. You can always take this middle out and then the next season use the same base and kind of get new florals and then just put that base back in.
Now are you cutting this to the shape that it needs to be in?
No, this actually is the brick that it comes in. Sometimes you do have to cut it. It depends on what your base is, but we got lucky with this one today.
Hey, that's nice.
And then a lot of, you know, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, wherever you can find bouquets of flowers. These actually were kind of in like a bush that I cut down. I do leave about like 3 to 4 inches on the floral. And then I kind of just create some texture. I believe in finding different shapes of items, different textures. If it's a seasonal piece, you can grab, you know, pumpkin, an ornament if it's for the holiday, and then just trim them as needed. You can always take more off. Like this pumpkin's probably a little high, so you could take it back off,
and
cut it down a little bit and adjust. And then you can decide if you want to, these are always hard with the wire on them.
Here you go.
You can decide if you go back and take a glue gun and go down in and glue it into the foam base. That's a way you can secure it if you love it. Or you can leave it that it's versatile, you know, that you can change it out as the season progresses and whatnot.
Now, is there like kind of method to the madness? Like, do you start with the greenery, or are you starting from the outside, working your way in? Or?
I think everyone does it differently. I think depending on what your focus is. So I usually start with greenery because that's what I want to hang over the sides. And then I build up from there. If the pumpkin is a focus point, I put that in the middle or on the side. And then if I have one big floral here, I try to put one on the other side so that it is really viewable from both sides depending on where you're going to display it in your home.
Kind of uniform. Even with like real flower arrangements, you have your spiller, filler, thriller. And you see that those elements here.
Exactly. Yes.
Which is really what makes it like so eye-popping, catching, you know, it's just...
I think the texture and finding those different shapes really is what creates like the stunning look at the end. I'll find sometimes when I start design, I have all round shapes, whether it be roses or, you know, ranunculus, like they're all the same. And I'm like, I need some dahlias, or I need some pieces that are kind of that different shape with those pointed edges.
So this is what we're building. This is more of like the finished product.
Yes.
I mean, you're adding so many layers.
Yes, it does take a bunch of layers to kind of go through. I always start out with kind of a base idea and then grab a few more pieces. You can kind of see on this side, there's even some like little crayon apples. So those are things I go back through and say, those are little plugs that just will give it that little personality that makes it different.
Now, so tell everyone where they can find your products if they're interested in ordering.
So I'm on all social media. I mostly hang out on Instagram. Branch and Bloom is my handle. And then my website is www.branchandbloom.com.
Now, where do you see people putting these in their homes? Like, is this like a table runner?
This is a table runner.
Okay.
Mostly Thanksgiving or all season long table runners. These are great for entry tables, mantles, hearths, you know. And I've even seen some, they do hold up pretty well outside too if you have a porch and you can put it in the middle, especially if it's covered. That's where I see mostly people do them. Coffee tables.
Yeah, I love this. I love craft stores. Like, I can't be trusted in Hobby Lobby, so I get that.
They're like Target. You go in for one thing and you come out with a whole bunch of things.
I know. $200 later. It's like, man. I get it. Thank you so much for showing us this. This is incredible. I definitely want to try some of these at home. Pretty easy.
You can totally do it. It's totally easy. I know it's always hard starting out, but definitely something everyone can do.
Yeah, just give it a shot. Thank you so much, Adrienne.
Thank you for having me.
We will be right back after a short break.